In the last section, we took care of our insert first method, and now it's time to move on to the next one, which is the size method. So the size method is going to be pretty interesting because it's going to be our first opportunity to figure out exactly how we can iterate or walk through a linked list. So the goal of the size method is to return the number of nodes that are contained in the linked list. The code sample over here is pretty illuminating. So we can create a new list, we can insert 3 records into it, at which point in time the linked list has 3 nodes long. So if we then call list.size, it should return the number 3. So let's give this a shot. Inside my code editor, we'll first find our test.js file. I will scroll down to the next describe block. So around line 31 or so, I want to find the describe block for size. And again, we'll take out the .skip there. And then save the file. Don't forget to save it. So if I go back to the terminal, I should now see one test failing. Great. So let's go back over to our linked list class. So inside of here, it's going to be up to you to create a method called size, and then to somehow iterate through our list of nodes and count the number that exist. Now, on this exercise, I'm going to very deliberately leave the directions really vague. So I'm not going to tell you anything else. I want you to try to give this one a shot using your own knowledge. Now, this is a very challenging exercise. I'm really dropping you off in the deep end. So if you feel like you have no idea where to get started, that's totally fine. But I'd like you to at least put in 2 or 3 minutes of thought on exactly how you might crawl through the linked list and count the number of nodes in it. The one thing I want to remind you about is, remember, our linked list class instance only ever is allowed to have a reference to the head node. So to put together this size method, you're not going to add any code to, say, insert first to try to keep a reference to every node that gets added. So don't try modifying any of the code that's already here, or any of the existing methods, I should say. All you want to do is add in this new method called size and attempt to use that to count up the number of nodes. So like I said, leaving the directions very vague here, but I want you to spend just 2 minutes thinking about how you might approach this. And if you get some idea, well, go ahead and give it a shot. Otherwise, I'll catch you in the next section and we'll go through the solution together.